works perfectly though. We're back. We're on a different one. Sorry about that, everybody. We had a little technical difficulty with our app, and we had to jump on over to a new one. So sorry for everyone who's going to have to transition into this one now. Hopefully you you're able to figure this out. But that's our bad. But that's okay. We'll just pretend that one was a little pregame, and we're getting just in time here. But yeah, welcome back. Sorry about that, guys. There was just a little confusion with the two streams, but yeah, we're back and we're just in time for the game. But look at the new graphics on the channel and the quality of the stream. Everyone give a big shout out to Producer T because it looks fantastic. But we're back. We're back just in time. Might have to jump over to the other stream and just let everyone know that we had to create a new one. So we apologize again, but we're back for the watch along. The boys are just getting out on the field right now, and I'm gonna be very curious to see how the lineup happens. I'm very curious to see how we're gonna adapt because we haven't played with a back four in forever, and what happened? Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone who's jumping over. We had just a little mix up with the two streams, so hopefully that you guys are able to figure out and find this one. Should be good to go now for this one. Game's just getting ready. We got Hummels in his 18th Revierderby. And yeah, if Schalke win, then will you call it? No worries, Josh. Just in time for the game. Matty D. If Schalke win, would I say Favre out? Honestly, that could be a debate. I'm definitely Favre in. I don't obviously anticipate us losing this game, but if we do, that is a huge, especially with the result and the performances we've been having. Congrats to 500 subs. Wow. Big shout out to whoever the 500 sub was. That's fantastic. I really appreciate it. We were sitting on $4.99 for a couple hours here, and it was bugging me. So that's awesome. But we're underway here. The game just kicked off. Let's do this. But yes, I'm still Favre in. I don't even want to talk about if we lose this game because we plan on winning it. But if I would come back to that question if we lose, because if we lose, that could potentially change my mind. But I don't want to even think that way. I just want to come out here with a good showing today and hopefully pump Schalke. So with that being said, Nagelsmann, I see Nagelsmann coming to Dortmund eventually. That is the manager. I'm not sure when he would decide to leave Leipzig and come around here. But for me, he's the perfect kind of manager. I think he's just obviously so talented. He's so young, and he just kind of fits the model. So if Favre leaves, whether it be at the end of the season in 2-3 years time, whenever it is, I personally would target Nagelsmann. Are we going to get a timer on the screen? Oh yes. All right. So everyone who's just jumping on right now, we are 1 minute and 15 seconds in. So if you guys want to link up and do the watch along with me, I'll be obviously answering your guys' comments as well as trying to analyze a little bit of the game here. But we're at 1:25 right now. So if you guys want to link up, you can go right ahead. Reina's on the ball, and it is looking like a back four, which is kind of exciting because again, I haven't seen it in forever. It just looks a little awkward seeing Hummels not directly in the middle of that back three. But yeah, it looks like a 4-2-3-1, and I'm really hoping the back line can find a little bit here. But I mean, this is the derby, everybody. This is what we're excited for, and we need a big performance because I don't know if I could sleep if we don't have a good result. Still 4.99 subs. Well, I was tricked. Then. We're almost there. We get one more subscriber. We hit 500. We set up a cool little subscriber thing to pop up. So let's hopefully that happens. But who would you pick between Ten Hag, Rangnick, or Marsh? Ten Hag for sure. Ten Hag was I just think is a sensational manager. Even though the last manager we took from Ajax did not do very well for us. So I don't think that'll be the same trend. I think Ten Hag would be a pretty good manager for us. I think he has just a fun system, fun way to play. He's had a lot of experience on a lot of dealing with younger kids, but I still think Nagelsmann. I think he needs to be the priority. I think he would bring so much to this team. Ideally, maybe Klopp comes back one day. Maybe you heard it here first. I don't know, but I just for some reason always thought that Klopp would come back for a second spell. I don't know if I see it happening as much as I used to, but I think Nagelsmann is the guy. I'm seeing some congrats on 500, and then I'm seeing some not, so I can't fully tell right now what I'm at, but if I am at 500 subs, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. If I'm not, then hopefully someone jumps on here and hits the subscribe button. We can get to 500. Muller versus Royce right now. I'm assuming you mean who's playing better, or who do I think's better, because obviously I think that man is better, but yeah, I don't know. Muller's playing some fantastic football. There's no getting around that. I'm hoping Royce can obviously get a little bit of fitness going and get back into that position. But yeah, I mean, Muller's playing great. So I mean, I'm not gonna ever put him down because he's playing some fantastic football. Flick absolutely turned his playing style around. He's looking very, very, very comfortable in the center attacking midfielder position, which was always my favorite position to see Muller in, just because I think he's got an incredible soccer IQ, which when you play in the 10 role, you can do that. You're on 502. All right. Appreciate it. Whoever jumped on and gave us a sub, we hit our 500 mark just in time for the derby, so that's absolutely beautiful, and I just want to see a big victory here. We're playing in the 4-2-3-1. Haven't played in that formation since the preseason, so that's going to be very interesting to see how we do with that. I'm not fully sure what to expect. I didn't think Faber would do it. I just think he's too stubborn to be able to want to move into that formation. But I want to see decent performance from Meunier. He's on the ball right now. He's had a lot of criticism, rightfully so. I'm not going to try to back him. He has not been playing well. Oh, someone wrote soccer with a question mark. I don't know if I let the S word slip through my mouth there or not. I've said this before on the stream. I live in Canada, obviously, and yeah, soccer is mentioned. If you talk about football here, they assume I'm talking about American football. So I'm very sorry if I did drop the S word. Won't happen again. We know it's football. George chirped me a while back when I let the S word slip around him. But yeah, it's just how it is in the North American culture. Soccer is what you call it. But that's not where we are now. We're dealing with people all over the world, so it's football. So, my bad. Pardon me. But Sancho's on the ball right now. Meunier's looking like he's going to go for a little dart. Nice little ball into Reina. Top of the box. Oh, I think that's out on us. Oh, and Sane and Schalke's playing in a 4-2-3-1 as well. Paciencia is up front. He's someone I touched on a little bit in our pregame. I was a little nervous to see exactly how he would do, just because he usually is he's a big aerial threat. He scored a goal against Union Berlin. But he usually comes off the bench. When he played for Frankfurt, he had a lot of minutes coming off the bench, but he's got a decent goal scoring record. So it's he makes me a little nervous. But if I was Schalke, I would give him the start as well. So I think he's someone that we're gonna have to keep an eye on. But it's two formations that look to line up the exact same in the 4-2-3-1. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these two teams are gonna be able to pick each other apart. Imagine saying soccer. #JJD out. Yeah, just kicked out right already. Frickin' Canadians. It's football. We know this. But all right, for you guys who are jumping on, we are 6 minutes and 45 seconds in. If you guys want to link up for the watch along here, we've hit over 500 subscribers, so big shout out to everyone. We're missing one of the big members of our community, Siva. He is, I think it's 3 a.m. for him. Ooh, nothing. So shout out to Siva because we're gonna miss him today. He's gonna be snoozing. How is Lundwig playing? I haven't seen too much of him right now. He's the right back. I don't know if he just went in for the tackle there, if that was their center back. Was their center back? Yeah, he'll be an interesting one. He's lined up against Reina. Reina's out on the left, so it'll be a little curious. He's gonna have his hands full today. I can't really give him a rating as of right now, just because I haven't seen him on the ball too much. But I kind of like the way that our shape's looking. Hummel's obviously a very good ball moving defender. So being able to pass his way out of the back helps with his lack of pace. So I don't know. They look decently comfortable. I was a little nervous the way that we start games, and seeing a change back line would look a little uncomfortable there. But they're looking half decent. So It's going to be all about breaking Schalke down, though. And right now, it hasn't had too many looks, but Hummels just did what Hummels did and had a beautiful ball into Reina, who just got wiped out. But I'd say it's a relatively clean one. But Yan asks how old I am. I am 24 years old. I am growing out a beard if you haven't noticed. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of Movember. It's a nice cause to help with men's health. So I am growing this out, and then I'm going to shave it into a mustache and leave it for the month of Movember, so people are probably going to make fun of me. But it's for a good cause. I'm going to base my mustache around Mohamed Dahoud's because he can grow a fantastic mustache as well. But Schalke's got a little bit of possession right now. Breaking into our half, and I don't like that. But they haven't created anything. I mean, we're only 8 minutes into the game right now. But Schalke doesn't look like any bit of a threat. Every time they're on the ball, we have, like right there, we just had 3 people around them. Took it off them pretty easily. I don't know if any of you guys caught the Classico today. I unfortunately wasn't able to watch it. We were setting up for the stream. I was watching a little bit of the Bayern game. Looked like a 3-1 scoreline, I think. So I think Koeman's in a little bit of trouble there. Barca is not playing very well. Don't have a striker. Martin Braithwaite's got their number 9, just falling apart, that club. But that's not the game, the matchup we're looking at today. We're looking at this one. And we look relatively comfortable right now. Muni's on the ball coming into the Schalke half. Lays it off to Sancho. I'm expecting a better game for Sancho today. He's been very quiet of late. I don't like it. Nice ball. Finds Delaney. Oh, that is a nice little ball to Guerrero. Ah, well defended. Take a shot. Oh, Mohamed. Brandt with a nice little touch, top of the box to Dahoud. I want to see a decent performance out of Dahoud as well. Dahoud has been one of those ones who's obviously been a fringe player for us for a while now and hasn't been able to break into this team. But with Witsel not being up to form, it's gonna be very curious to see if he's able to cut in and pick up those kind of minutes when we need him. But it's gonna all start with a derby win. So a lot of these players, a lineup I wasn't fully expecting. Barca lost fairly though, despite fans calling Real Madrid. That's funny. I didn't see the game, so I'm assuming there's something happened with VAR as to why you called them Real Madrid. But if you want to elaborate, you can let me know. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I just remember that it was a relatively close game until I'm pretty sure it was late when they got a couple goals, but I could be wrong. What time are we on now? We are 10 minutes and 48 seconds. If you guys want to link up with us, the heat map is showing. It is looking. Oh, take a shot, Holland. Brandt had some nice feet there. Yeah, there's a couple players today that I want to see a strong performance out of. Meunier's one for many, many reasons. Just because I'm hoping that this back four, I love seeing a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. They're, in my opinion, my favorite formations to watch, unless you have crazy intense wing backs like Hakimi and Guerrero. But now we're gonna have to adapt because we no longer have that wing back as well. So it's gonna be curious. But I want to see Meunier and Brandt and Sancho have big games today. Looking at Schalke's heat map, it does look like they're playing in a 5-3-2. It looked like they were gonna line up as a 4-2-3-1. They obviously changed their shape and look a little more defensively with that 5-back formation, which makes it obviously a little harder on us, harder to break down. But it'll be interesting. Fake Sane playing for Schalke. Sane was one of the ones I mentioned in the preview that I was a little nervous about. He's just a big body. A lot of any aerial balls that come into the box, he'll definitely be able to clean them up. He's very good in the air. I don't think he's a bad or poor defender by any means. I think he's probably one of Schalke's key players for today. But that was a poor ball there and was well defended. Yeah, one VAR pen not given to Barca. The real Sane scored. Yeah, I didn't see that. I'm assuming, I think I saw when I checked one of the scores that there was a pending VAR penalty or something along those lines. But yeah, I like Barca more personally than Madrid. When me and a buddy went backpacking, we went to a Barca game, so it was pretty cool. It was nothing like going to watch Dortmund play live. Not even close. We had a full stadium. We had 81,000 plus people in that stadium. In the Barca one, we had about 75,000, even though it holds 99. So experience was just 10 times better for Dortmund. Anyone who can, once COVID is relaxes, needs to go to Signal Iduna Park. You will not regret it. But we're nice little touch there. Poor ball. Oh, but we got Guerrero with it. Takes a look over to Brandt. Brandt's finding a lot of space in this game so far, which I absolutely love. Sancho back to Brandt. Takes a little touch. Falls over to Guerrero. Ooh. Ooh. Little suggestion in the future, could you add a timer in between the score? It'd be much appreciated. Yeah, definitely. We'll look into that. Anything to help you guys with it. We are 13 minutes and 38 seconds in. I will bring that up to producer team. We can see what we can do. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it this one because we don't want to see any of the stream fall apart on us, but we will definitely look into adding that, making it a little more user-friendly for you guys. But again, if any of you guys are looking to match up, we are 13 minutes and 55 seconds in. Guerrero has got a corner. And these are the moments where Sané is going to be utilized for Schalke just because he's just such a big man. So hopefully this can be a nice little ball. Guerrero whips it in. Ooh, right to the goalie's hands. Not what you want to see. And now Schalke is breaking. Oh, but a poor touch. And it's quickly gone back. Guerrero finds Dahoud. Takes the touch. Dahoud looks pretty comfortable so far. I'm liking what he's bringing. A little bit of energy. Nice ball into Brandt. Takes a look onto his left. Too many touches. Too many touches and cleared out. That was poor. But well defended. Dahoud's got it. Finds it over to Guerrero. And look at that. Our left back flying on the right side of the field. You gotta love it. Mounier is somehow on the left. They're falling apart. Recycles the ball. We have a decent amount of possession so far, but we haven't really penetrated Schalke's back end yet. But Guerrero's still got a nice little ball into Brandt. Nice ball over to Sancho. Into Holland. Nice turn. Lays it on. Come on, Mounier. Put it in. Oh, nice save. That would have been a nice little way to welcome Mounier back into our hearts. That was a nice position. And it was a nice save by Schalke's keeper, who I thought played fantastic in the Union Berlin game. He had a good showing. I think they just picked him up from loan from Frankfurt, but he may be a little key piece to Schalke having any attempt to try to stay up this season. But yeah, we're 15 minutes and 43 seconds in. For you guys just jumping on. A lot of possession. 67% possession so far for the boys. It's going to be curious. See how these guys do here. Let me know where you guys are watching from today. Obviously, I'm watching from Canada. It is 12:47 Eastern Standard Time. Let me know where you guys are. We had one of our community members here not be able to join us because I think it's 3 o'clock in Australia and he's unfortunately in bed. But he was pretty bummed out about that. But this was a nice save here. Mounier had a little outside of the foot shot. Haaland. Erling Haaland. I'm expecting a little game. He's been a little quiet so far. I think the noticeable players for us, honestly, has been Dahoud and Brandt. They've been looking like they've been Canada, California. Wow. Those are two very different climates. Canada's starting to get very cold here. We're going to expect snow sometime soon. And you're in California. No, another California. A couple of them. Joshua, I'm very jealous. Whereabouts in California are you guys from? Nice ball. Here comes Reyna. Nice ball in. Well defended. Top of the box. Brandt, let me know what you guys are thinking about. I think Brandt looks like he's having some fun right now. Do you think Dahoud should start ahead of Witsel? I do. I love Axel Witsel. He's one of my favorite players. I was absolutely pumped when we brought him back from China to get him back into the European game. So I absolutely love Witsel. I can't say enough good things about him. But he wasn't playing. His form has dropped. So I, just like Mounier, feel like if your form isn't like this, you should get the pressure. Show that you're not, like Witsel to me was someone who I thought was a little undroppable, but he clearly is, and Dahoud's getting a shot. But Dahoud's got to basically make an impact sometime soon because I don't know how many more chances he's going to get. So this is going to be a good one. I think he's looking pretty sharp so far. So I'm hoping to have a good effort for him. I like Dahoud, and again, he just haven't been able to break into that team. Axel Witsel's had that absolutely locked down. Switching into a 4-2-3-1, I think helps him. It opens up another kind of defensive / center mid position for him. So I'm hoping for good things today for Dahoud. But we got a couple people watching in from Germany, Jamaica, and India. Absolutely love it. I love people from Dortmund fans from all over the world coming in here. It's so cool. That's much love. But I saw a Bayern comment. That's not what you want to see. With a heart. Uh-oh. Bayern did have a good game today. I can't stop that at all. It's unfortunate, but it's true. They just dummied Frankfurt. But we're looking good so far. We had a lot of issues in starting the game and having just poor starts. But we look hungry. We look into the game, and I'm hoping it's just a matter of time before we can break down this defense. Schalke is playing with the 5-back right now. Guerrero's got the ball top of the box, finds Brandt. Brandt's had a lot of space this game. So far, he kicks it out to Meunier. But I like it. I'm liking the shape so far. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the shape, because I was someone who just assumed Favre wouldn't make that switch just because he's stubborn. We know how Favre is, but I like the look of it so far. I think Brandt looks just... Oh, nice touch by Guerrero. Ah, poor ball. You should see that from Guerrero. But I like the way Brandt's playing. Right now, he's my standout. I think the back line looks relatively comfortable, especially because I was very scared of what would happen when we move some of these players around. Is Royce playing? Royce is not playing. Royce is on the bench. It's the front three has got Reyna out on the wing, on the left attacking mid, Brandt as our cam, Sancho right attacking mid, Holland up front. I'm assuming Royce will come on for Reyna sometime in the second half, depending on how the game is going. I was a little surprised he didn't start. Just, again, how much the derby means. I wanted to see Paslak and Royce in, but yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping Reyna has a good game. Reyna's been playing very well for us, so it's exciting to see him get some minutes again. And I mean, baby, it's the derby. We want to see Reyna get on the score sheet. He just got wrecked there, though. Dortmund need to do well in the Champions League this season. They do need to have a decent run. There's no question about that. They had a poor start to Lazio. Thankfully, we have a favorable group. Hopefully, we can go through on it. Oh, nice little ball there. Dahoud's got it. But yeah, I'm excited for the Zenit game. I'm hoping to get a good performance there, and we can obviously target moving on to the group stage, or from the group stage into the knockouts. But it's gonna start here, and I want to see the boys pick it up. I'm liking the shape. Akanji's looks very comfortable in the back too, if you ask me. But Hummels has got the ball right now. Finds Guerrero. We just have a ton of possession. Finds Hummels again. We gotta do something with it. We gotta do something with this possession. Meunier's taking a nice little break. I'm thinking he looks a little more comfortable too, which is, as a props, it's tough after coming back from a game like that. And at least we're trying stuff. Like, Schalke has got pretty much 11 men behind the ball right now. Nice touch there by Akanji. Switches the play. The front three is looking a little more interchangeable right now. I see Sancho kind of dropping into that 10 role. Nice ball up to Brandt. Nice touch. Well defended. Well defended. But if you guys are new around here, be sure to subscribe. We just hit our 500 subscriber, so I really appreciate all the support so far as we follow the boys around this season and hopefully have a run for the title. Got Bayern coming up soon, so that'll be a tough game, especially after seeing what they just did to Frankfurt. But we're hoping that they slip sometime soon. But Schalke's got a little bit of possession. How can we watch the Bundesliga on TV? I watch the Bundesliga through Sportsnet. My girlfriend's family has a package that we are able to use. I believe ESPN Plus is another ideal one, or BT Sport, I believe, as well. But just for me, I'm using Sportnet Ontario. But it's definitely worth it. The Bundesliga is getting shown pretty exclusive, not exclusively, but a lot more now in the North American market, which is awesome. A lot of growth and excitement, so it's pretty cool to be able to follow them around when it's starting to hit our market a little bit more. Been following Dortmund for a long time, so it's been pretty cool. But we'll have something special coming up on the channel for you guys soon. We have a special little surprise that's involves the club from Dortmund itself. So I'll just drop that little bit of knowledge for you guys. So be sure to stay tuned with the channel because I'm hoping to show you guys that surprise sometime soon. But I was hoping maybe I could do it for the game today, but I can't quite do it yet. But definitely keep an eye on that. I assume you're Indian. You can watch it on. Yeah, I'm not fully sure what that is, but I'm assuming it's how you watch the Bundesliga in India. But we got some Indian viewers in the chat right now, so shout out to them. A lot of love from Canada to India. But yeah, Schalke has surprised me so far. I think they're looking relatively. I mean, they're obviously playing a lot of the men behind the ball, but they're holding themselves pretty decently. Because I mean, I've liked the movement on Dortmund so far. Again, a lot of possession, but they've looked pretty defensively stern. So that's a little worrying. But what device do you use? I'm watching it off a laptop right now. If you're talking to me, my friend, but I'm monitoring the chat from my cell phone and watching the game on my laptop, which is just out of the shot. Dortmund, welcome to the channel, my friend. We're hopefully going to watch. Oh, Schalke's on the break. Oh, nice block. Yeah, that's Paciencia. He had a nice little touch there. He's a half decent striker. He had a nice little touch there. That was a nice header on. I think he was onside, so this would have been in. I believe it was Akanji getting back. I missed Akanji. Nice block. I missed Akanji. I'm very bummed out that Chan didn't come in, but I think because Chan wasn't able to start today is the reason Favre went to the 4-2-3-1. So I think it's pretty exciting to see him actually switch things up like that, because he's been like in the middle of games he hasn't been able to adjust his system and all. That's a Nastasic just had a free header. Oh, that was close. But we escaped the 1-row, right? That was a nice corner into the box. A lot of pace on it, and that was a downward header. And I think it just popped up on. Oh no! It was like a guy, one of their. I can't tell who it was, but he got a nice little touch. But he put it over the bar. But yeah, like a lot. What I was saying was a lot of times in games, Favre just hasn't been able to switch out of that 3-4-3 formation. And when he does, he still keeps it. But sometimes he's seen Reina drop to the left wing back. But being able to adjust to different games and being able to play some different formations is an important, obviously, part in being able to take on stronger teams when they play a certain way. And we've had a lot of games in a row where he's stuck with this 3-4-3 formation / 3-4-1-2. So I'm very excited to see how they get on today with this back four, because they look comfortable. Like, let me know if you guys agree, because I'm pretty impressed right now with how they're actually playing. The back four looks well organized. I haven't noticed Hummel's pace too much, which is awesome. He can hopefully pass his way out of things. I think Paciencia just went down right now. I think it looked like nothing, but all right. What do we got here? What's your prediction for the Man United and Chelsea game? Yan says 2-1 United. You got second that. I don't know. Chelsea is not playing good football at all. They're playing very poor, and United just had a strong result, but United had a bit of a tendency to have a strong result and then have an awful result. So I'm gonna go Chelsea. I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea. Chelsea has been decent against United, so I'm gonna go with that. And I hope Chelsea wins. I like Chelsea more than I like United, but that's a nice ball out to Sancho. All right, Sancho. Let's see some magic there. Quick feet. Nice. Ah, it was a poor ball. At least he's looking exciting. Muniz got the good run. Dortmund needs to finish the first half with a lead. Big shout out to Tactical Manager TV. If you guys want to check out another awesome channel, we've done some collaboration work with him. You can go over and check out his channel. We did a little piece on Mukuku and some other Wonder Kids. But yeah, he absolutely says we need to get out of this half with a lead, and we do. We're playing like it. Like, we're playing like we should have a lead, and I like the way that this formation is looking. It's making me very happy. I know I've repeated myself a few times here, but I just don't know. Like, they've just been so long. But I think getting the best out of Brandt, and we've had a lot of players, or a lot of viewers and stuff calling for Brandt to get into this lineup. And like I said, every time he does, he plays out of position. So I think it's great that we're going into a formation that absolutely suits him. Leverkusen used to play the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3, but they had Havertz and Brandt playing as those basically 10s anyways. Oh, nice ball. Here comes Haaland. Nice touch. Woo! Ballistered that nowhere near the goal. So it's one part of the game that Haaland can try to get some of his... Because, I mean, he's such an all-around striker already, but, I mean, that right-footed finish looked a little off. So, I mean, if you want to see a little bit of criticism, I mean, he can always work on the right foot, but why use that right foot when he's got a blistering left one? I know you say Dortmund will win, but how can you ignore the 4-0 win against Atleti and the 5-0 against Frankfurt? Levy, Muller. Yeah, I mean, Bayern are on another planet right now, which sucks. So, you know, but yeah, it'll be different. I mean, watching that Super Cup game, which, I mean, it's very hard to really be critical about it, but Dortmund played very well in it. And I think they were favorites at one part in that game to get the win. So I'm excited to see that Dortmund-Bayern game. I'm hoping it can go in our favor, obviously. But it's going to be very curious to see how we line up. If we're going to stick with this brand new formation we just started to play, we're going to revert back into the 3-4-3. It's going to be an interesting game, but I'm very, very excited to see that Bayern game, because those are other matchups where my just have a knot in my stomach the entire time. That's a nice little ball into Haaland. Nice touch. Haaland's got a lot of good hold up play too. And that was Brandt. That was Brandt. Had a beautiful touch. Over to Delaney. Guerrero's getting in on the action a little bit. Nice ball over to Sancho. Oh, nice ball. Come on, Dahoud. Oh, Mohamed. Not a boxing fan, or whatever sport they play. Who's gonna watch? Yeah, I haven't watched. I haven't watched much boxing. I actually watched it coincidentally enough. Nice ball. Come on, Haaland. Oh, big shoulder. I think we won a corner. I don't think it was a foul. Haaland's pumped right up. But boxing, yes, we watched a Barstool Sports boxing match of some sorts last night. It was quite funny, but I haven't usually watched boxing. But I don't know if any of you guys saw that or are familiar with Barstool Sports, but it was pretty funny. A couple of buddies and I watched that, but it's probably the last time I've watched, or first and last time I'll probably watch boxing, but it was funny. Nice little ball into the box by Reina. Well defended by, oh, yeah, well defended. The next, Dahoud. Little rocket. He's missing his mustache. That's why I didn't go in. What a shot. Ball bounced. Oh, the ball just sat perfectly. And look at the curve. That would have been a screamer. Oh my. That would have been beautiful. That's what I would love to see. He's playing well too. I do like this formation, and I'm like the personnel that we went with so far, but that was a good lord, I guess the sport right. That's MMA, dude, not boxing. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know too much about MMA or boxing or any of that, but yeah, my knowledge with boxing went to Barstool Sports. So, you know, knowledge is not there, but it was funny. It was mostly comedy, but yeah, I mean, let me know who you think. I mean, maybe producer T will throw in some money on one of the bets, but I don't know too much about boxing. But we're 31 minutes and 25 seconds in for anyone who is not lined up with us. Mounier just got a little bit of a strong challenge on him. Not fully sure if he's all right or not. It looks like he's going to walk it off. But yeah, I don't know. 31 minutes in the game so far. The boys are looking good. Finishing hasn't quite been there. We've had a couple chances. Dahoud just about put in an absolute screamer. But Schalke is you got to give them credit. They're defending relatively well. They have a lot of men behind the ball. Obviously, they don't have much possession. I think it's like close to 70% for us right now. But the biggest positive notes for me is that we're playing in the 4-2-3-1. I love the fact, absolutely love the fact, that Faber's bringing a new formation in, because we haven't done that in forever. And it's when you stick with one formation, you can get stale. You can get stagnant with the way you play. And I've just found that happening. Like we haven't scored, and it's still a 0-0 game against one of the league's worst teams. But we've had a lot of the ball. We've looked exciting. I think Brandt is shining in the 10 position. Sancho and Reina look a little interchangeable. And the back line looks comfortable. So for me, like that's a lot of big positive notes right now for the boys. And I'm hoping that they can just clinch it. But man, this match is boring. On current form, Bayern will demolish. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends, because, like, I mean, that Atletico game was obviously, oh, it was a poor ball by Akanji. Come on, boys. Meunier is left. Oh, Meunier left him completely unmarked, but did get back well and made a nice block. But yeah, I mean, I'm very nervous to play Bayern. I'm not gonna get around that, but yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes. But it all depends how you line up. A lot of times, Bayern just come at us, and that's when they sometimes can walk away with those 4 or 5-0 games. But the game against the Super Cup gives me a lot of confidence, not like a decent amount of confidence. We played right with Bayern. I know that they're on a hot streak right now, but every game's different. So it all depends on the way Dortmund can approach the game and Bayern approach the game, and just it can be one of those things. But it's going to be a huge task. There's no denying that. Akanji's having a great game. He is. I missed Akanji desperately. He is just our most natural defender, because Mats Hummels is a very different kind of defender in my opinion. And I mean, I'm happy for him right now because he's playing in the back 4 formation. He's looking good, rocking the captain's armband. Got to be happy about that. But Akanji is someone we need in when we play in especially a 4-back formation. And he's having a good game. I'm liking the way he's playing. Schalke's got a corner and it's been well defended by Hummels. But yeah, we need to get a little bit more in the game. I agree. It can be a tough watch at times, but Schalke has like their pass completed percentage is 70%. Like they haven't done a whole lot. We've had way more possession than them. We look relatively creative. I mean, I like some of the stuff that Brandt and Sancho and those guys are doing, but yeah, for the most part, I'm just happy with the way that the 4-2-3-1 is looking right now. That was a very poor ball by Sancho though. Given away and well defended and well won back by Hummels. Or Delaney, I'm sorry, I can't tell. They kind of look the same from a distance. I think it was Delaney. Nice little ball up. There's Brandt with some space. Brandt, I like that's beautiful play. Brings Dahoud up into the play a little bit. I want to see another screamer from him. Finds Guerrero to Brandt. Brandt takes a nice little ball to Meunier. It is a lot of passing, which is why I'm assuming some of you guys in the comments said that this is a boring watch, because, yeah, I mean, we haven't done a crazy amount with the possession, but which makes it boring. But we haven't had a lot of possession, and we do look good. A lot of the link-up play looks good. It's just we haven't done anything really in the final third. Besides that one screamer from Dahoud, but I mean, if that went in, that had nothing to do with our build-up play. It was just a rocket of a shot. So I want to see us get in the box a little bit more, because we think that was a beautiful ball by Brandt. Another beautiful ball over to Haaland, to Dahoud, Sancho top of the box, nice ball into Meunier. But right there, like, needed to get a shot, but that was a nice ball by Meunier, outside of the foot. Give him credit. Bayern in a final, play conservative, man. Can't use the match compare. All finals to win these goals. Bayern in the league ties free flowing and not held back at all. Yeah, you made a great point. I mean, right now Bayern are playing very free flowing football. They just do what they do. They got a devastating goal scorer. They got someone with a lot of creativity in Muller, and they got their system and they play it excellently, and they go at teams, which is the reason they walk away with 5-0 results. Frankfurt is a better team than Schalke right now, and they just walked all over them this morning. And we're 36 minutes and 50 seconds in, and we're still in a 0-0 draw right now. But it's just the way we approach games. And it's why a lot of people were frustrated with the way that we were approaching games in the last couple, just because they've been awful starts. I don't take this as an awful start. I don't think we've been, like I mentioned, have enough presence in their box. There was a couple of opportunities we could have got some shots in and did stuff, but instead we played out to the wings, which makes it kind of frustrating, because obviously we want just to create stuff and take that chance. It doesn't have to be an absolute tic-tac-toe tap-in. Like I want to see those kind of shots. Like Dahoud took a rocket, and that would have been one of the goals of the season if that one went in. And Sancho had an opportunity to do that as well. He had a couple opportunities, but he just keeps playing those short balls out. And yeah, and it just the slow build-up play is the reason that sometimes Dortmund don't walk all over teams, where Bayern just goes pedal to the metal right off the start, know what they're doing, and get results like the 5-0 and the 4-0. The 4-0 win against Atletico is a huge win. I think the scoreline was I think, pretty fair. I mean, I don't like Atletico had a horrible game, but they had a couple chances. Carrasco had an opportunity he could have banged one in, but poor decision making from him. But I just think Reyna got pretty hard tackle. Delaney is fired right up. I was looking down. I didn't actually see what happened, but it looked like Delaney was peed off. So I'm assuming it was a bit of a dirty challenge. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. I want to see this replay, though, because Reyna's back up, though. He looks fine. Oh, yeah. I mean, he went in. He went into the challenge fairly. Like, I don't think it was anything malicious. But it was, yeah, he's okay. So that's good. We're fine there. We're going to see Reyna get back up, but yeah, it isn't a great feel going into halftime against these kind of games when we don't have a lead. I haven't even seen a picture of Fabra today yet. Just been showing the Schalke manager. But yeah, he might have to make a couple changes if this doesn't change. I honestly thought we'd get one already just by the way we're playing, but it's not looking like it. Nice header on by Holland, but it's been collected up by Sane and recycled back to the Schalke keeper. But yeah, I don't know who I'd bring on. I think Royce would be one that obviously comes to mind. Nice ball out to Meunier on the wing. Taking a nice little look, finds Brandt. Reyna, it's a poor touch. But, I mean, you gotta give him props. We lost the ball and we immediately recovered it. We are walking all over Schalke right now. Nice ball. But it's not showing the scoreline, and that's what matters. So we need to get something. It's just that front three right in the last few games just hasn't found that spark. I'm hoping it's going to come from Brandt this game. He does look into the game a little bit. But they're just recycling it around and not really making a break for it. Got to give it to Hummels and pick out a pass. But here comes Brandt. And that's a foul. Good. Smart play there. Smart play by the boys. It is weird. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about Hummels playing in that back four, because every time the last few games watching them and they recycle it back to their center backs, you just see really Hummels sitting there. And now you see a Kanji and Hummels. It just looks kind of funny just because we haven't done that in a while. But something I am noticing about this formation is it is taking Guerrero out of the game more. Nice little touch to Dahoud. Awful ball and taken back by Schalke. I haven't noticed Guerrero much. He's someone who obviously this formation is going to affect because he's got to bring more discipline and defensive awareness to his game. He has gotten into play a couple times, but for the most part, he's been playing well as just a natural left back. And so far, the formation has been very helpful, in my opinion, to Dahoud as well as Brandt. Dahoud's been jumping up in the play a little bit more. Nice little ball there. Delaney. Oh, ref, come on. Delaney cycles back to Dahoud. Because Delaney's playing obviously more defensively, which gives Dahoud license to go forward and get into play when he can. But someone is down. Can't tell who it is. It's Sancho. He looks to be in a little bit of pain, but for the most part, looks all right. Oh, there's a couple decent results today as well. I thought Mainz was going to get their first victory there. Gladbach doesn't look like the same Gladbach from last season. Looked a little bit tough there, but for them, the old Dortmund boy Jonas Hoffmann with a goal and assist to come back and get three much needed points for Rose's side. And then Leipzig had a big performance as well. They're looking good. Hence why Nagelsmann is my guy who I would go for if eventually we look for another manager. But Sancho's on the ball right now. Throws it on over to Guerrero, who gets up into the game a little bit. There we go. I like it. I want to see a little bit more from him. Nice touch by Reyna. Put it in the box. Oh, that's poor. He had a nice touch. And he walked around the defender, but unfortunately it came off him. I'm assuming this is going to be a goal kick. A little annoying. We got Zenit coming up midweek, though. Let me know if you guys are a little nervous for that game or not. They had a very surprising result against Club Brugge. Club Brugge got a 2-1 victory over them, which is in a game that Zenit dominated the entire game. Just couldn't get the finishing in, missed a couple golden opportunities, and came back and bit them in the butt. But I think that'll be a nice little test for us, too. Zenit's obviously the next most challenging person in the group after the Lazio result, but we're gonna need a big bounce back game here, and it's gonna lead from this derby. But yeah, you guys are cracking me up with the boring game, because it's kind of been a story for the last few ages with Dortmund. I think they've been more exciting, but for the most part, they've just been playing a lot around with the ball. There hasn't been any really clear-cut opportunities. Brandt just found a lovely ball there to Sancho, though. Into Haaland. That was a nice ball. But that's what Brandt can bring. Creates himself some open space, had a very clever little pass into Sancho, which could have easily led into Haaland. If he would have took that well, he could have been in with an opportunity to score. But that's what I like to see from Brandt, and I really like the way he's playing so far. I don't know what changes I would do. Let me know in the comments what you guys would do right now. Because obviously, if it stays at 0-0, we're going to have to bring someone else on. I'm assuming Royce is the person we're going to go towards, just because obviously it's Royce. But I'd probably take off Reyna. If I'm looking for a sub, I'd probably look to bring on Royce in about the 60th. Probably take off Reyna, maybe take off Dahoud. I'm not even sure what I would do, because we have a new formation now. But here comes Sancho, nice ball into Reyna. Got a little bit of space. Come on, take a look. Poor ball. It's just not clicking. Sancho's picking it up, though. That's another opportunity where a spark can happen. It's got to come from someone in that front four. And right now it's looking mostly like Dahoud, who's jumping up in the play. But here he comes. Sancho's with the ball. Nice little ball over to Brandt. Back to Sancho. They're passing it around nicely. Like I feel like I'm being decently positive and then a little bit negative, because they're passing the ball around nicely, but they're doing absolutely nothing with it. And my shot direct just kind of went away. So I need to refresh that and jump back into the game. Gonna have to figure out what's going on there. But that's what I'd be looking to do, to bring on Royce, because we saw the way when he came on in the last game, and just what he was able to obviously bring to the team. He came on with Haaland, and that completely changed the game. Hoffenheim has struggled to deal with both of them, and they linked up together and put the ball in the back of the net. So I'm hoping something along the lines will happen there, and with that is halftime. So it is halftime. We're going to take a look at some of the ratings right now. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with some of these ratings or not. I have some decent looks of what I'm thinking for them, but I want to hear your guys' opinion. This is a brand new formation, 4-2-3-1, and I think they're playing relatively well. If I'm going to look at Berkey, he has done absolutely nothing, so I found it very hard to rate him, so I probably just give him a 6. I mean, I don't know how else to rate him. Meunier's playing decent. I mean, again, let me know if you guys agree with not, but I mean, I like some of the runs. He's been getting into play. His ball distribution shouldn't shock anybody that it hasn't been great, but it hasn't been awful. Probably give him a 7. I think Akanji and Hummels are both having good games. I think they're finding a little bit of chemistry off each other with the two center back rule. So I'd give them both 7.5s. I think they've defended well when they needed to, broke down when they have to, and on the left back, Guerrero, it's hard. I mean, I'd probably give him a 6 just because he's not been very involved, and that's some of the things I was a little bit worried about doing with the 4-2-3-1 is we take someone with just such talent like Guerrero and we're gonna have to restrict him. So he has jumped into play the odd time, but really hasn't done much. I think he's really trying to take his defensive game up a little bit, which is why he's hanging back a little bit more. Kind of bugs me because I just think he brings so much to us, but Dortmund needs a new coach. Yeah, Richard, I mean, I think my opinion on Favre in, Favre out is going to come directly from this game. Right now, I'm Favre in. I'm hoping that we run down in the second half here and get a big result because I won't be able to sleep otherwise. But I think I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if you were in the stream or not, but Nagelsmann is my guy. He's the one I'm backing 100% to come back and hopefully down the line become a Dortmund coach. That's who I'm looking forward. Let me know if you guys agree. Do you think maybe Pochettino, Allegri could be someone that we target? I don't like the way Allegri plays football. I think it's very boring, but he wins trophies. So that's a big look for him. I really like the way Pochettino plays, and I really like the way Nagelsmann plays. And I think just Nagelsmann just fits Borussia Dortmund if you ask me. So he's my pick. But for now, we're focusing on Favre, and I want to see him have a decent season. So I'm hoping it's going to start right here with a big win. But you guys are literally among the best attacks in Europe. Sancho, Royce, Haaland. But shake my head, dude. Favre, you've been held back. It's hard to fully blame Favre because we've had games where the front three are clicking and they look fantastic. I don't put the way that they're playing on Favre. We've had a lot of the ball this game. There's no reason we shouldn't be ahead. It's some of the decision makings that Sancho, when Royce is in, Haaland, and even Brandt, Reina, whoever it is up front, they are deciding just to kind of take their time with it. What I see right now is possession, a lot of attack, but it's just circling around the sides. There hasn't been a crazy amount of movement into the box. There hasn't been a lot of opening. These players, for some reason, are taking their time. I don't think that's personally related to Favre. Let me know if you disagree. I think Favre's issues is sometimes not being able to adapt to the game and going out with the wrong tactics, which I don't blame the front three. The front three usually performs pretty well, but the last few games, they've just been very stale. But, hey everyone, I'm a little late. How are the boys doing? They're a lot of possession, no results. Pretty much is how it's been. Dahoud almost scored a screamer. That would have been beautiful, but order of attack is Bayern, then Liverpool, and then Dortmund. But you guys have that bum Favre. Not a lot of love from Favre. Thoughts on Meunier's first half? I said a 7. I mean, I think he looks a lot more comfortable in that right back position. I don't think he looks comfortable whatsoever as a right wing back. I think he's caught in two frames of mind. He, doesn't want to go up into the attack too much and leave being defensively vulnerable. And then when he doesn't go up in the attack, he makes poor decisions and awful balls. But I think as a right back in this game, he looks relatively comfortable. And I hope that we find a little bit of luck with this formation because I like the way it's looking so far. Everyone's blaming Favre for everything. Yeah, Luca, I agree. I don't blame Favre. I think the Lazio game, like, it's hard to blame Favre when your team comes out absolutely flat-footed, but it's tough. But we had 77% ball possession. We should have at least scored 1. It's a fair point, and that's what I was saying. We've been dominating this game, but we haven't been able to make the proper balls, do the proper runs, and really go for goal. We had a lot of nice movement, a lot of nice plays, but it's circled around no dangerous areas, which is very annoying as well. But anyways, getting back to the ratings, taking a look at the CDMs, I think Mohamed Dahoud has been one of the best players on the pitch. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but I like the way that he's kind of coming up in the attack as well as coming back on the defense. So I'm giving him a huge props. I wish he would have scored that banger. That would have been absolutely beautiful. But he didn't, but he's looking lively, which is a strange saying from a center defensive mid / CM. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for him. I hope he keeps this performance up. So I'd probably give him an 8. Him and Brandt are my two favorites right now in this game. Beside him, Delaney's been pretty under the table so far, I'd say. I mean, I haven't noticed him crazy, but I don't think he's done anything really wrong, so I'd probably give him a 6.5. Brandt, again, like I mentioned with Dahoud, I'm going to give him an 8 as well. I just think it just gives him that little bit of energy when he plays in the 10 position. Like it's I don't know how to fully explain it, but like the one thing I noticed, which was something that a 10 should bring to the team, and what Brandt can, is that a ball was coming towards Brandt. Yeah, I think a defender in front of him, a defender on him, and he made one quick touch and then almost like a reverse type pass, completely opened up space for Sancho to run in, which delivered a beautiful ball, but just out of the reach of Haaland. That could have easily been a goal, and it came just from a quick thinking. Nice touch from Brandt and opened up space, and that's what your 10 should be doing. So I like the way that Brandt's playing. I just think they need to be a little more direct towards goal compared to just playing with the ball. Is what I think. Let me know if you agree, but Brandt has been a bright spot for me. Sancho and Reina are both going to get 6s just because I think they've been quiet. They've been playing the wrong types of balls. They've been making the wrong types of runs, and they haven't really brought anything. Holland is probably a 6.5 as well. He had a couple decent touches. He just hasn't been into the game. He hasn't got that service to really do much. So those are my ratings. Let me know if you guys agree. Put in your ratings as well. Let me know who stands out to you. For me right now, it's Dahoud and Brandt. And I think, hopefully, they're going to have a big impact and either one of them don't get substituted, because that is not who I would take off. Even though I have a feeling Favre probably will take one of them off. And you said Meunier was better than Pavard in the Super Cup final. Pavard is a center back. Pavard is not a right back. I hold that Meunier is a better right back than Pavard is, because Pavard is a center back, and Meunier's been playing all over position, but he's playing in right back today, and I think he's playing half decent. But yes, I did say that. What do you think of Dahoud? Everyone else said he was done at BVB. I like his energy. I feel Witsel slows the game down more. I honestly was one of the people who probably would have, at the start of the season, sold Dahoud. That's just, I didn't think he would ever break into this team. I just thought the players that we had, and he just didn't fit the formation. But he's slowly shutting me up this season, because I think he's brought got a lot of good energy, like you mentioned. I think he's very gifted on the ball. He plays it a little bit differently, and I'm not really sure to describe him as more of a box-to-box center mid. He can play as a CDM, and as we noticed, he can even get up in the play. So if he keeps putting in performances like this, there's no reason he can't break into the team, because Witsel isn't on good form. And Witsel was someone at one point I thought was undroppable. So I don't think he's done at Dortmund, but if he doesn't break into the team this season, I think for his own sake, he should probably go to another club if he wants those kind of minutes, because I think there's a player in there. It's just whether to see if he can break out and mold with this Dortmund team or not. Best Dortmund streamer. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. It was seconded. Agreed. Oh, much love, guys. I like it. Luca. What we need for the manager is someone who can scare the players and motivate them every single game. You can't expect a 6-year-old Favre. That's a tough question, because I agree with what you're saying in the fact that Favre is getting up there. If I'm looking for an ideal manager, I'm looking for someone in their 40s, someone who can build with. Literally, the definition of Klopp when he came to Dortmund is what I'm looking for. And the only person that really comes up, like when we replace Favre, I don't think Dortmund's gonna fire Favre. Like I said, I keep repeating this. I think Favre is going to stay in, as long as we don't lose to Schalke, or we don't go on any awful runs. I think Favre will be here no matter what. But then at the end of the season, I think they're gonna take a look at this season, how it went, and determine whether Favre needs to stay or not. If he does stay, and you make a good point, because I personally would probably replace him at the end of this season if we don't win anything. And Nagelsmann is the one I would be targeting. I don't know if he's ready to leave Leipzig or not. So that makes it difficult, because I think Dortmund are targeting Nagelsmann. This is just my personal opinion. I think he's someone that they want to go for. There's been a lot of rumors around Nagelsmann, but for me, that's the ideal person. He's so young, such a good manager already, proven it in a couple different teams now. Leipzig is playing sensational. They're so much fun to watch. And I just think he's exactly what we need. But I don't know, because he's very strategic as well. He wanted to go to Leipzig. He wants to take these different steps in his career and go to places at the right time. So I don't know when the right time for him is going to be to make that jump, or if someone else is going to try to come pick him up. But yeah, so I ranted there a little bit, but Brandt is amazing with crazy flair. Brandt is playing great this game. There's no question about it. He's playing as a 10. Surprise, surprise. Playing your favorite position, you'd have a good game. But I'm expecting something from him in the second half, and I really hope him and Dahoud don't get taken off right away, because they're playing very well. But we need a manager who can inspire the players during big games. Yeah. I mean, like I said, this season is gonna be do or die for Favre. See if we can win something with him or not when we show up in these big games. And if he can't do it, he's gonna get replaced. It's as easy as that. But I don't think he's gonna get replaced anytime soon. Meaning this season, unless the results just aren't there. Okay, that is literally the dumbest thing. Pavard is 10 times better, you know it. You just want to say it. I'm just going to leave the comment as it is. Pavard CB as a right back, much better than Meunier. Pavard is a good player, and he plays right back for defense, but I can't let him off, so you know. I'll stick with Meunier. Favre out. I'm undecided on that. Let me know if you guys are Favre in, Favre out, but I'm undecided for the reasons I've just mentioned, but is this the match? No, this is not the match. This is the watch along. So I'm watching the match, but I can't actually show it because I will get removed for copyright. So we're just having a little community here and talking about the game while watching it. But should have kept Tuchel. I liked Tuchel. I don't even want to touch on that whole thing because I hated the way he went into the club. I thought he was an awesome manager and he just didn't get really what he wanted, but I don't want to get into that. But there was no realistic way we're going to keep him. So he did have to go, and he did. No, Nagelsmann is staying at RB Leipzig right now. And I agree. I don't think Nagelsmann wants to leave anytime soon. I think he likes what he's doing at Leipzig. I think he wants to keep growing as a manager, keep learning. He's young. He's crazy. He likes to adapt all these wicked formations I keep seeing Leipzig play. You see him in the 4-2-3-1. You see them in the 4-4-2. You see them in the 3-4-2-1, 3-4-3. Nagelsmann is all over the place, and he's got players to do that, which is why he's able to turn games around. I believe they were losing today, and I'm knowing Nagelsmann probably made a quick switch or something, opened up some spaces. He's got a lot of players to do it, and that's just being a young manager and being able to make those kind of big game situations and making those decisions, because that's why I was surprised that Favre made this substitution. We're celebrating every time he makes like a formation or a switch in personnel. We're praising him, but it's because he's stubborn. He's a little more old school kind of manager, which is why he doesn't make those big changes. So for me, seeing a 4-2-3-1 was a huge refresher for us, and I like the way they're playing. What about Jesse Marsch from Salzburg? I have a couple points to make on Marsch. I think he's a good manager. I think he will come to Europe at some point. I think he'll come to the Bundesliga at some point. You see a lot of managers make that jump from Austria over to Germany, as well as just the brand of the Bundesliga in general growing in the North American market, and Marsch being an American. It makes perfect sense. I don't know if Dortmund will be the club. They play in a kind of a 4-4-2 formation. A lot of young players with Salzburg as well, so I could see it. He wouldn't be my first person to target, but if Nagelsmann says I'm staying in Leipzig for 3-4 more years, then maybe he's someone to look at. And on that, Erik ten Hag is another one who I rate very highly. I did mention that earlier, that when Peter Bosz came here from Ajax, it was a disaster, but I think, no offense, Bosz, but ten Hag is just a better manager, a little more exciting, young as well. Marsch and ten Hag both fit my profile of someone Dortmund should target. Just their age, as well as the way that they play, I love it. But again, Nagelsmann's my guy. I just don't know when realistically would he be even able to approach him. We can even promote, the BVD. Someone else mentioned that to me as well, which is funny. I think we will eventually end up getting Marco Rose. 2 points. One, I don't know about Rose yet. I do think he's a solid manager. I don't know if he's willing to make that jump from Gladbach to Dortmund quite yet. But, I mean, he's one I rate as well. I wouldn't mind seeing him there. I love the 4-2-3-1. It's my favorite formation. But, yes, promoting the BBB2's manager was something that obviously a couple people mentioned to me. And BBB2 is playing phenomenal right now. So that is definitely a low-key thing. It just, I don't know if I would take that risk just because I'd want someone just proven. But it's definitely a possibility. You never know what can happen with that kind of situation. Maybe we fire, if you fire mid-season, promoting the BBB2 manager makes sense instead of having to go out and find a target that's not available. But again, I'm not a big fan of firing mid-season. Flick is a big reason to show that is not always the case, but for me, it's not. Second half just kicked off. We're 45 minutes, 5 seconds if you guys want to link up. But Tuchel had fights, yeah. Tuchel definitely had there was a whole bunch of situations there, which is why he left. But yeah, it was tough. It was a tough way to see a good manager leave the club. Favre in, Luca, I'm with you right now. Valverde in. I'm assuming you mean Barca's ex-manager. He is someone I would not target. I think there's a little too much baggage with him. I didn't like what happened with Barca. Something happened behind the scenes. I wouldn't go Valverde. I'd go Ten Hag. I would not go Van Gaal. Louis Van Gaal is just he's too old in my opinion. And I mean, he's a good manager. I wouldn't put this club with him right now. Just not what I would look for. I wouldn't want to see Sentian in either. I think he's actually looking to go to Palmeiras. I wasn't overly impressed with anything he did at Barca. Jesse Marsch and Erik ten Hag, Nagelsmann are my 3 big guys right now that I would go. In trust in Favre. Yeah. Again, unless the results are just dreadful, like that run that Peter Bosz went on, I think Favre's going to see it this season. What's your opinion on Daniel Farke? I like him. I mean, I think he's found a nice little home in Norwich, and he ran a pretty successful championship run a couple seasons ago, which got promotion. Had a very poor Premier League season, but I mean, he didn't have the resources to have any hope of staying up, in my opinion. And now we're going to see if he can go on another promotion push. But I think he's a decent manager. I personally wouldn't want to see him at Dortmund just because I think we need to be going after someone with a little bigger resume. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of Farke. I do like him. These results are dreadful. Haaland go to Barcelona. I don't want to see Haaland leave ever. You're going to make me cry even suggesting it. As a Bayern fan, I'd be fine with Favre at BBB because we'd have a monopoly, but for the league. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to all depend. The results in the next few weeks are going to be pretty important to us, starting with this game as to what Favre's future will be looking like. But yeah, those are my 3 managers I would like to see targeted. In the order, it'd go Nagelsmann, ten Hag, and then Jesse Marsch, and it would be after this season, if we can even get any of them. But that's who I would be targeting. But all right, we're in the second half, 47 minutes and 48 seconds. If you guys want to link up and let me know what we want to do here, because if we don't get something by the 60th, nice run by Brandt. Take a look. Oh, awful ball, but it finds Reina anyways. And another awful ball. Something is just not clicking with that. The balls have just been dreadful from them. But it's good movement, so you know. Can you put a minute on the screen for future streams? We are going to look into that, Luca. We had that suggested a couple times. It's a great suggestion. Producer T will get on that for the next streams. Hopefully, we'll look into it and be able to do that. But right now, we are 48 minutes and 28 seconds. I was sad when Favre was kept, even at the end of last season, given the poor, Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations kind of like Barca. Barca kept Valverde a lot longer than they should have, and ended up just firing him and then had a waste of a season. But I don't know. It's going to be curious to see what Favre can do this season. It's gonna start with some love from the Schalke game, because if we get a poor result here, I mean, I don't even want to look on Twitter. But we still have a ton of time left. Hummels just cleaned up that pass. But yeah, I mean, I'm really liking the way that the back four's looking, because that was, to me, I didn't think we had to worry about creating opportunities, which is what is looking like to be the issue right now. I was more worried about the back line looking out of shape, out of form, not making the right decisions, and they look pretty secure to me. Every time we lose the ball, we get it right back. But Sancho's on the ball, finds Dahoud. Dahoud's creating a lot of space for himself again. Him and Brandt are my 2 big standout players, and I want to get C proven right here. I want to see a nice little goal at some sort involving those players. But here's Dahoud again, getting up in the field. Look at it. Right? Oh, but he did a poor ball. Just talked him up for nothing. Dortmund need a new goalkeeper, a great center back partner for Hummels, a good right back, world-class holding midfielder, because I think Witsel is past it. With a new manager, they can go deep in the Champions League. It's a lot of requests. I can't say that those things wouldn't be nice. I just don't know how realistic right now they are. But here comes Haaland, burst of energy, 1 versus 7. Sancho's looking for space, going to take a shot, and you know, I don't mind it. But yeah, I mean, those things all would be nice, but it's going to depend on the manager that comes in, the formations you want to play. Nice run. Dahoud, nice. Dahoud, oh, come on, Grail. He fell. And then he got a foul. I'm not sure who fouled who, but that was poor. That was the first view I just had of Favre. Took a while. Took 50 minutes. I mean, I don't have a problem with Berkey. If I'm addressing these in order, I don't have a problem with Berkey right now. We do need a center back, 1,000%, but it's going to depend on the manager. Because Hummels, in my opinion, plays the best in a 3-back formation. He seems to be playing well in a 4-back, but I don't know if he can replicate this performance that he's putting in right now against a Bayern or even Leipzig, those kind of teams. So it's a lot of it is question marks on the manager we bring in, which will lead to some of the players that we get in. I mean, ideally, a center back, no matter who the manager is, has to be brought in. Right back will be an issue too, but we've got a lot of money into a lot of years now with Thomas Meunier. So I don't know if the board's going to be able to justify putting in a decent amount of money to replace Meunier. I'm not fully sure what's going to happen there, but I agree. I mean, again, on the system, if we stick with this 4-2-3-1, maybe Meunier turns into the player that we hope he can be. But it doesn't look like he's going to do that in the right wing-back position. Delaney's got the ball. Finds over to Berkey, and we restart from the back. Berkey launches one, and there's Big Sane, who defends it well, and a little bit of possession. Upamecano would be perfect for you. He is young and very good. I would love Upamecano. And every club in the world would probably want Upamecano. One of the best young French center backs, best young center backs in general. He is fantastic. He can play in the back three, he can play in the back two. He's versatile, he's strong, he's big, he's good in the air. He is a great center back who will cost a lot of money, which I don't think we have. I think are more realistic targets. I'm trying to think right off the top of my head of who would be a realistic target at some point to. Oh, Guerrero nutmegs. Nice little run. There's Guerrero getting in, but poor ball, and Sane runs the other way. Sane's having a decent game for Schalke, which is unfortunate, but I had a feeling he would have a good game. Well defended, well won back by Hummels, who's taking a look. And beautiful, usual Hummels ball to pick out Dahoud. Gotta love it. Konate is an interesting one. I don't know how keen Leipzig are to sell to direct rivals. I don't believe that they've done it much. They've actually, usually when they sell abroad. They're pretty stubborn too to deal with, so I don't see, honestly, any of them going to a Dortmund or even a Bayern. I'm assuming Upamecano would probably go to the Prem, unfortunately. Maybe PSG goes in for him. Juve. Look at that little nutmeg by Guerrero. It's just mean. But such a lack of movement in our attack. I absolutely agree. That's why I said, I was worried about the back line today. Back line's playing well. It's the front three. They're just not clicking. Something is just not off. And I don't put that on Fabra. Jules Koundé. Great recommendation. That's a player who I think fits the bill perfectly. He'd be pricey. He'd probably be 35, 45 mil, but he would be worth every penny. He looks like a very, very talented young center back. Oh, nice ball. Well defended by Big Sane. Diego Carlos is good as well. 8-0 for Bayern if you guys don't get at least 3 at this point. Poor result. Win's a win, my friend. But if it was Bayern right now, they'd probably be. But they just approach games differently. I'm hoping that we break them down. We have a lot of possession, and it's looking good. But yes, Jules Koundé is a huge shout. I absolutely agree. Guerrero's got a corner here. Whip it in the box. Come on, Guerrero. Nice ball in. Nice touch. Come on. Hit that. Oh, nice save. There it is. There we go, and it's a Kanji. Applause. Beautiful. That was a nice play. I did not expect that. Stark would be a good one as well. Yes. That is a beautiful goal. Couple nice touches. A well-worked corner. You want Guerrero putting in you always want Guerrero putting it in the box if you can. But Manuel Akanji, look at the smile on the guy. But look at this. It's a beautiful little play. Sancho touches it, gets exactly where Guerrero can. And look at that. Nice little touch to Brandt. That's what Brandt can create. It's why he's in. And then Guerrero just got a hard shot. And then I guess a poacher's goal. Our center back, Manuel Akanji. But look at the touch on Guerrero. Hits it first time. Hits it hard. And Akanji just pokes it through. Well, it's well-deserved. We've been playing much better than them. But, man, they are playing well. They are playing very, very well. And now they got their goal for it. So now I'm curious to see what Fabra's going to do, because I would like to see more. I'd like to see a 3-0 game. But I'm happy we got the goal. We're looking strong. Bayern take Upamecano and BBB can take Konate. LOL. Fit us perfectly. Bayern need a libero and Alba leaves. BBB, libero, and Hummels and Konate. I like Konate. But again, I don't know if Leipzig would be willing to sell to us. Or even Bayern. I could be wrong. But I feel like those two players, if they leave, would end up going to the Prem. Just usually kind of how it is. But I would like to see either one of them at Dortmund. They're both fantastic. Stark's a good shout as well. I like him. And what should we take in consideration is that what we play with no fans at the stadium. I know, like, playing with no fans at the stadium, at Signal Iduna Park, where we play, is crazy. I was at a game live. One of the luckiest things I've ever done. And it just seems crazy to experience like a football match without fans. And if it affects anyone, it affects someone in a club like Dortmund where they have 20,000 people on the yellow wall that pick them up when they need it. It has a huge difference the way a match goes without fans. For us, I mean, I don't know. For us, I think it hurts us more than a lot of other clubs. Just the way that our fans are, and the best fans in the world. But come on, BBB. Toto, welcome to the channel, my friend. You can make a video on it too about possible center back signings. Dortmund's fans would probably want to hear it. I will probably look into doing a video like that, especially coming the January window. I was thinking of doing even a free agent center back targets, just because there's a couple center backs out there who we could get for free. They would cost a decent amount of salary, but yeah, I'm definitely looking to doing a video like that. But yeah, the boys are playing well. Even after the goal, got a lot of possession. Shape looks good. I'm happy. I like Jonathan Tah. I've screened for Tah for years now, and we do a lot of business with Leverkusen. So it seemed like that seems more of a realistic one. I don't think he'd be crazy expensive. I'm thinking 30 mil. But I like him, and I don't think he's playing that much for Leverkusen anyways. And he's a talented young defender. So for me, he'd be a good one. Bayern München, no. Tactical manager in the house wants to see Tah gets occasional brain farts. Yeah, probably why he's not in right now. The Benders have him out. Nice ball to Reina. Tactical manager wants to see a Reina goal. He just saved a goal kick, so it's kind of, I don't know if that counts, but Bundesliga is hella underrated. It is. Bundesliga has always been my favorite league in the world to watch. My favorite clubs in them, so I watch a lot of it, but it's just something about this league. I don't know. You want to see some fun goals? Look up Raphael van der Vaart, top 10 goals, top 5 goals. All in the Bundesliga, all for Hamburg. Absolute bullets. And I just find that this league always creates goals like that. Like that Dahoud goal, if that went in earlier, would have been a bullet. And I just always found the league's just been fun to watch. Always been my favorite league to watch, and Dortmund's always been my favorite club to watch. So I love the Bundesliga, and I'm very excited. It's getting a lot of looks around the North American market now, which is why a lot of Americans, and which is why I say Jesse Marsch at one day is going to manage in the Bundesliga. I'm just not sure where Marsch fits in right yet. Dortmund could be an opportunity down the line. I could see him going to a Gladbach if Rose leaves. I could see him maybe even going to a Wolfsburg for the time being. Maybe a Leverkusen, I don't know. He'll be coming no matter what. Toliso's bullet, perfect example. Perfect example, man. Toliso's bullet was a rocket. It was fantastic. But yeah, I think I mentioned it. If you guys weren't in the stream. Oh, here comes Holland. Bit of opportunity there. Takes a look, take a touch. Oh, Holland, you need to release that pass. But he's just a big man. Dortmund. Here comes Sancho, takes a look. Nice ball into Holland. Beautiful touch, and that is absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh. There we go. See, it doesn't take much. Well, it took a while. It took 60 minutes. But the front three, they keep doing these kind of things, are going to click. That was a beautiful goal. Holland literally was by himself with 6 other players and was able to hold up the ball, make a beautiful little pass, and then watch the pace. I'm waiting for the replay here, but that was sensational. Bundesliga has the best attacking teams. 1 to 18 are all very attacking. I agree. Bundesliga is a very fun league to watch, especially for people even just getting into the sport. But look at this run. Haaland, just beautiful ball by Sancho too. Look at the touch and a dink. That's just rude. But Sancho, that's what we'd like to see. That's an outside of the football, takes it on the first touch, and just a little dink. Well, goodbye, keeper. Can't do anything about it. Beautiful. 2-0 Dortmund. Wrapping this derby up. This is perfect. Your channel is perfectly run. Never give up hope. Hope you grow massive at this rate. Oh, I appreciate it, my friend. We're really enjoying doing this. We're getting producer T really into the sport. He's finding it fascinating. He didn't obviously follow it quite like we did, but this is someone who's a big hockey fan, and he's our producer. He's getting into the channel, and he's I don't know. He finds it awesome. So I mean that's pretty cool to see as well. But yeah, we're gonna keep following the boys all season long. We're hoping to do something with this channel. I'm having a lot of fun creating it with you guys. Hope you guys enjoy it as well. And for everyone on the stream right now, keep the eye on the channel within the next few weeks. We have a huge surprise coming up. It involves the club. It involves Borussia Dortmund, so it's going to be a very fun little video we make for that. So definitely keep your eyes on that. It should be pretty cool when the surprise does happen. But either way, Dortmund's been awesome to us so far, so we're going to hopefully keep creating content for you guys. But nice little ball from Reyna. On over to Haaland. Takes a look. Get one more, and Favre is staying. You said 3-0. It was fair. We got 2. And the way that we're playing, I mean, Schalke just looks like a team in turmoil. Like, they have done absolutely nothing this game besides have 11 men behind the ball. But and now you see like a little bit more space. Guerrero saying, screw it, I'm going back up in the play. But the opportunity right here, Guerrero ran up once, lost the ball. But again, like there was a lot of space for Schalke, and they did nothing with it. They just don't have the quality. And now it's on the return. But I like this formation. I don't know if it's gonna carry on over. I don't know if we're gonna play every game with the back 4. I don't know if teams will be able to pick apart a back 4. I don't know how Hummels will play. He hasn't played it in a while, so I'm curious. But this is a very positive note. I like the way De Hoot's playing. I like the way Akanji, Hummels is playing, and I like the way Brandt's playing. And then our front 3 can get into the game as they see fit, and they did. In case you didn't notice, you passed 500 subs. Thanks, Luca, my man. I very much appreciate it. We were at 499 at the start of the episode, so I was hoping someone would jump in there, so that's pretty cool. It's going to be great watching Schalke in the Bundesliga too. Let me know what you guys think. I brought this up a few times. I don't want to see Schalke get relegated because I love games like this. I know that they look awful, and honestly, they look like heavy favorites to go down. But I would miss this derby, and who knows when Schalke is going to come back up? Because honestly, they don't even look like a team that could cut it in the Bundesliga too. But let me know if you don't care. You just want to see him relegated, or if you'd like to see him have a shitty season. But stay up, because I don't want to see this derby disappear for who knows how many seasons. It's too much fun to watch. I love covering it. I love the build-up, and I hope you guys enjoy the stream of covering it. But we've absolutely dominated this game. And we're at 511 subscribers, so that is absolutely fantastic. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed from this. This has been a lot of fun, and right now we are just carrying on in a very, very dominant performance. And let me know what you guys think about Delaney, because I haven't noticed him too much. I think he just kind of kept to himself, played it safe in the CDM role, let De Hoot have a little bit of movement, but I haven't honestly had too much looks at him so far. But love coming all the way from Barbados. Hi, Barbados. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. I can't remember. I think we might have had someone else from Barbados, unless it was you, if you're new to the channel. But yeah, I love hearing where you guys are all from. It's very cool. De Hoot, nice ball. De Hoot is playing great. I love it. Nice ball in the box. Finds Brandt. I want to see Brandt and De Hoot link up. He almost gave it to De Hoot too. All right, I like calling the substitutes, so now it's a 2-0 game. I'm going to say Royce is going to come on for Reyna. Reyna's been kind of quiet. And maybe Paslak will come on for Meunier. We just gave the ball away there, though. That might change things. I think it was Sancho who gave it away, but look at that. Like they got nothing going forward for them. And Haaland's even come back on the play. Well defended. Turned around. Schalke did game it back. Watching from Miami, Florida in the U.S. Well, welcome, my friend. I think we have a decent amount of American viewers on the channel. I'm from Canada myself, so someone told me, I saw on Twitter that they said they wanted to live in Canada. I said, why? It's cold here, but no, it's fun. I grew up in this climate, so I like the snow, but a lot of you guys who are in California probably would think a little differently. Why don't more clubs with goalkeeper woes like what Chelsea had not look at the Bundesliga for goalkeeping options? There are a lot of good goaltenders in the Bundesliga. I definitely agree with that. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, I heard Chelsea was looking at Berkey, but then we tied him down to a longer contract. But there are a lot of good goalkeepers. Leverkusen's got a good one. Wolfsburg, I think, has got an excellent keeper. Sommer is one of my favorite keepers. I wish, if we were targeting someone, I think we should have maybe targeted Sommer a few years ago. But he was a swift keeper. I would have targeted that because I rate Sommer very highly. Fellaini has had a solid game. I think so too. I just, for some reason, haven't been noticing him too much this game. Just because, again, he's probably just playing a proper CDM role. Nice ball by Guerrero. Finds Haaland. Well defended. But yeah, he's just doing his part, which I've noticed Dahoud a lot. But it's because of what Delaney is doing off the ball, which is giving Dahoud a lot of opportunity to jump up into the play and honestly have a pretty solid game. Kanji, again, has had a solid game. The minute we're in right now is 67 minutes and 13 seconds. And yeah, sorry, it's 67 minutes, 19 seconds if you guys want to link up. If you haven't, Jude on for Delaney. That is a very good substitute. I think it'll be Dahoud, knowing how we are, just because Jude's more of a similar player to Dahoud. I want to see Dahoud play the whole game. I think he's playing great. Same as Brandt. Get these guys minutes. Get them rhythm. Get them back into the team. In Miami Beach, which is hot. Yeah, I'm a little jealous. That's sweet. Are you an Inter Miami fan now then? Here comes Brandt. Nice ball over to Haaland. Nice touch. And, no, nice. That was a nice save. Sancho's just like, why didn't you let me take it? And Haaland said, because I'm an animal and I'm going to do it myself. Oh, yep. What a shot. Nice save. Schalke's keeper had a rocket of a shot in the Union Berlin game. I don't know if you saw that save, but that was a screamer. That was a beautiful save. Do you think that Dortmund need a veteran striker? Yes. I've threw Mario Mandzukic's name in I don't know how many times. We had a little debate on Moukoko saying that because he's so young, he's coming up. He's going to be the backup striker to Haaland. So I just was talking about his development, what I really thought there. Here comes the corner from Guerrero. Look at the body work from Haaland. Back over to Guerrero. These little pieces. With the right on cleared. But yeah, I thought Mandzukic would be perfect. I mean, he's probably too expensive. But he'd be a perfect veteran striker to even help Haaland learn from, even though Haaland's fantastic. Here comes Reina. Beautiful shot. Nice. Oh, I think it went off the bar. But yeah, for me, Mandzukic would have been a very strong shout as an aerial presence to bring off the bench when we need him. We don't really have one of those. And I don't know how much we can rely on Moukoko just because he's very young. But he's a stupidly insane goal record. So maybe give the kid a shout. We saved a number for him. He's taking our number 18 jersey. He's going to come up to be the backup striker, and they're going to try to introduce him to the team that way. But here comes a nice corner. Well defended. Looks like Pasak's lining up. I'm assuming Meunier is going to come off. Witzel's lining up as well. Witzel, I would see take Delaney. So I'm hoping that's the case and Dahoud stays on. Maybe Favre goes more defensively and takes off Dahoud for Witzel. But I'd say probably nice ball into the box. Oh, Kanji. Could have had two there. Finds Reina. Nice little touch by Reina. Come on, Kanji. Let's see this ball. Over to Brandt. Brandt's going to whip it in. It was a poor delivery. That's all right. It's Paslak time. It is. I feel like Dortmund has one of the best academies. Me and George had a debate on the academy. Dortmund definitely does have a good academy, but we kind of came to the conclusion that where Dortmund's at its strongest is their young recruitment and picking players up at a young age, developing them the way that they do, and just having young players want to come to this club. Germans are the best keepers. Wingers, Neuer, Ter Stegen, Leno, Trapp, changed my mind, Gnabry, Sané, Uth, Pedersen, Draxler. Yeah, Germany does. Germany's national team is looking a little interesting right now, though. But yeah, they have a huge shout of goaltenders that they can go for. Absolutely. Absolutely they do. Ter Stegen and Neuer are two world-class keepers. But Witsel came on. Just missed who came off. It looks like Reyna. They did take Dahoud off. Dahoud had a good game. I really like Dahoud's effort. So I'm assuming that, trying to see how they're going to line up then. So Reyna came off, so it looks like Paslak is going to go left back. And Guerrero is going to go as the left attacking mid. Interesting. I would have assumed Paslak would have gone up, but I guess Paslak's going to be playing as the left back and Guerrero left attacking mid. And then Witzel's a straight swap for Dahoud. I don't think they're reverting back into any shape. I think they're going to keep it. I thought this would be an easy game for Dortmund. It's been a relatively, easy game. It's 2-0 scoreline right now, and we've absolutely dominated the game. Schalke hasn't came close to threatening us. It has been just a show for us. We have a lot of possession, took a couple chances, and they don't look like they're going to get in this game anytime soon. They're down 2-0. They haven't touched the ball. And we're bringing players like Witsel and Paslak and probably Royce off the bench, so it's not looking good for them. Draxler's on the wing for PSG. Trapp is for Frankfurt. Julian Draxler was Germany's captain, which was interesting, but Dortmund's got some decent Germans as well. There are some Germans, obviously. There's some space. Nice ball. Paslak, let's see it. It's a half-decent touch. It was a nice little run for him, though. So maybe he... Nice in the box. That's a half-decent ball. A little effort there. In abundance. Don't think that they are good enough, though. Do you think Dortmund is going to win the Bundesliga or Champions League this season? I don't know. I don't think we're favorites for either. But we always have a shout. We can pick up some form. We can create these two different formations. But Bayern are the favorites for the Bundesliga. There's no debating that. But the boys are looking good here. Nice little ball there. So if they can keep up consistency, get performances, and just make things click, they can definitely go for a title run. And Bayern's got to slip because they're just playing out of this world right now, and hopefully they have more of those Hoffenheim games. But looking at the Champions League, that's a more unpredictable one. We didn't have the best start, but like I said, we are in a favorable group. I'm sure we will bounce back, hopefully against Zenit, and have hopefully a decent run. You never know what can happen in the Champions League. So, either one's a possibility, but it's going to take a lot of hard work from the boys, and it's going to take a lot of things going right, and also other teams having to slip up. So, you can take Werner and Havertz as well for wings. Yeah, Havertz, in my opinion, is like a Brandt, plays much better as the 10. But for Werner can play all over the front three. He can play on the wing because he's just so fast. But for me, he's a striker. But he can play on the wings. Both of them can, but for me, not the best position. I think it was a bad thing that Schalke let McKinney go. Yeah, I didn't get that deal at all. I don't know if it had anything to do with the budget, but they let him go on loan. No obligation to buy. So they just let their best center mid, CDM, leave. Didn't get the transfer fee that they would need. They got just a loan deal. Who knows what happened when he goes to Juve? So I don't know. I didn't like that play either. But who knows what's happening with this club? They're not in good shape. I think it would be bad. We read that one. What's stopping us from scoring big tonight? There's a lot of workup play. We haven't been very direct. We've had a lot of possession. And the main thing is getting 3 points. This was a comfortable game, no matter what. We look very much in control. There was never a point in this game where we looked out of control. We had two goals. It doesn't matter if really you win 10-0 or 2-0. A victory is a victory, and this was an easy performance for me. Whether we score 3-4 more and it ends up as 5, but I don't know. For me, I'm happy with the result. Maybe we pop in a couple more. Hopefully Royce comes on off the bench and pops one in. Maybe Hazard does. But it's just the main reason I don't think we scored more is just because we didn't have a straightforward kind of attack plan. We were playing with the ball a little too much at times. Opportunities to shoot, we didn't. We recycled it around and just played with the ball instead of being direct and lethal. My plan is the DFB Pokal this season. I love that trophy. If we won that this season, I would be pumped. Last time we won it, I was jumping up in joy. I remember when we took out Bayern in the semis. That Dembele goal was one of the loudest I've screamed. I was in college at the time. Here comes Meunier. Takes a look. Awful ball again. And that's just kind of how Meunier is. I like his runs. He put himself in a great position. It just makes the wrong play. This could have been an easy ball and a tap into the back of the net, but just what's really hurting him from his game. But it looks like Brandt's coming off. Brandt had another good show for me as well, and Sancho as well. So it looks like, again, straight swaps. Going into the cam role will be Royce for sure. Going into the winger role will be Hazard on the right. Got that kind of quality coming on the bench, just not fair. But yeah, it's very nice to see Hazard come back. It's nice to see Royce get that armband. Come on. Let's see him pop one in for us. But yeah, I would love to see the Pokal. And we've had a couple very poor runs in it the past few seasons. Let's hope we don't run into Werder Bremen. And I would love to see a deep run in that as well. I love that cup. To me, it means a lot. It's a trophy we can win. And I say we do it. Guerrero's got a nice corner, whips it in. Woo! That's what I like to see. Hummels, look at the love on the boys. Surprised Holland just didn't punch him. Why not? It was a beautiful delivery, though. And there's your three. There's your three, guy. Hashtag Favre in. I don't know. For me, this is a dominant performance. He switched up the formation. We completely outplayed this team. Scored from corners. Had a couple nice set pieces. Had a nice build-up play. Brandt played well. Dahoud played well. But look at this ball. Hummels doing what Hummels does. Finds himself a little bit of space. Perfect header. So it's a lovely play, lovely goal. As easy as you like. This stage we just switched to a back four. It's a whole new play for many players. Yeah, no, the switch in formation is awesome. Favre has been just too stubborn, in my opinion, to be able to make these kind of... And I think he was scared as well. And I mean, I'm scared. I didn't know what to expect from Guerrero, because you hurt his game switching into this formation. In my opinion, I thought we were going to hurt Hummels, but Hummels has had a fantastic game today in a back two. He's gelling with Akanji, who I think plays better in a back two, as well as he just got a goal. And then it allows players like Dahoud to have a good shout. Nice ball over to Royce. Oh, well defended. But yeah, I mean, I'm very happy. I love the switch in formation, and I love to see what these guys are doing. It looks great, and I hope we keep the 4-2-3-1 because, like I mentioned, it's just always been my favorite formation to play. When I think back of Klopp's Dortmund, when we saw those 4-2-3-1s, they were just fantastic. So much fun. And we got that kind of quality. It's just at the back, I didn't think our back line fits a four-back formation. I've been proven wrong. It is Schalke, though. Let's not get carried away. Let's see if we can do it against Leverkusen, a Gladbach, Bayern. If we can have this kind of result with a four-back formation, with seeing Guerrero as a left back and Hummels back in the back too. What happened to Santos, the Schalke striker? I don't know where he is now. He's been kind of all over the place. But this is a beautiful sight right now. We got Marai coming on for Meunier. I'm hoping that he takes over that Meunier's job. I don't think Meunier had a bad performance today, but no attacking threat whatsoever. Man, Schalke is going to get relegated. Schalke looks pathetic. It is just, honestly, they've done nothing this game. They have no creative spark. They haven't came near our goal. I forgot Berkey was even playing. It's been a dominant performance. I think if we were a little more lethal, decided to be, I mean, this could have been an ugly, ugly game. It's 3-0. It's still commanding. They haven't came near the ball after any of the goals. And we're bringing on players like Hazard, Royce, Witzel. It's not a lot of fun for them. Now let's praise Favre. Huge brain. Big brain. Big brain Favre. Hashtag Favre in. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't praise Favre enough for his tactics today because he's stubborn, and I didn't think he would make this kind of drastic change. And I thought it brought out a lot. I thought it brought out a huge performance from Dahoud and Brandt. I love the way both of them played. I think Hummels hopefully can just decide he can play in the back four again because I like the way it looks. And Guerrero looked more defensively stirred to me. He had a couple of runs up the field, and if they had any type of counter-attacking ability, Schalke could have potentially damaged us one of those times. But I think Guerrero looks decent. I just think for him, he wants to get up in the play more. I mentioned, again, him drifting all over the field from a left wing back position, but he can't do that as a left back. I will praise Fabra mine when he wins bigger games. Yeah, I mean, again, it is Schalke. This is one of the league's worst teams. But I mean, the team just looked dominant. You still got to put up the points. You still got to get the goals. You still got to get the result. We did exactly that. 81 minutes, 11 seconds into the game right now, and it is just a dominant performance. We have all possession. Guerrero's going to decide to go up. He's a little bored at the back. I'm not sure where. I think Guerrero is playing up. I think he said, Fabra, I want to go up, man. I just was absolutely napping back there. So Pasak jumped back on the left back position. Have you seen that Ajax won 13-0? They mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. It was 4-0 last time I checked. I couldn't remember how deep it was into the game, but 13-0 is a horror show. I can't remember who they played. I don't know who. Let me know if did anyone get a hat trick, double hat trick. Let me know. I didn't see the score. I'll probably check it as soon as the game's over. But yeah, that was a nightmare for whoever Ajax played. I'm assuming Traore might have started. Schalke has as many shots on target as wins since February. Yeah, they're in a tough situation. I just don't think they have any money to do anything. Like, they brought in a manager who just has really no record. He's someone who I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, you'll save our club. They're not going after any players. They did weird deals like the McKinney deal. They have no ambition. It's sad to see because I love this derby, and I don't want to see it disappear for, again, I don't know how many seasons it'll take them to get back into the Bundesliga if they do get relegated this season. But they don't look like good at all. They've done nothing to threaten us. We've walked all over this team, and it's, I don't know, takes a little bit of bite out of the derby, if I'm being completely honest. But like I said, I mean, we played some pretty bad Schalke teams in the past few seasons, and they've beaten us or taken points from us. So it is a derby. Anything can happen, but this showing was very similar to that 4-0 result last year because, man, that was an ugly performance by them back then, and it's an ugly performance by them today. I'm sad to say that Fabra is staying. I said it a bunch of times. Fabra will not leave mid-season unless we go on a Peter Bosz type losing streak, and put up those kind of numbers because, and I don't know, we're going to be 4-0-1 after today. We're in still great position to progress in the Champions League because we do have a favorable group. There's no reason to fire him, especially like when we're getting a decent amount of momentum, and hopefully he starts adjusting to formations. He can now play in a 4-2-3-1. He can now play in a 3-4-3. And I'm happy. People are saying it's not a hard game. 2 seasons ago, they were 16 and beat us 4-2. Yep, that's what I said. Like, this is a derby. Anything can happen in it. and I said we've played some very weak Schalke teams over the years, and they've beat us or taken points from us. They came back from 4-0 to take points from us. They beat us in a title season. A title challenging season where we needed points. They beat us 4-2 in an awful game. Last year, I mean, we dummied them 4-0. We're beating them pretty badly right now. It just doesn't look like a good team. I mean, they're gonna struggle to stay up this season. I can't see any attacking outlet that they've done. We're completely dominating them. They haven't touched the ball. I haven't seen the possession, but I'm guessing we're into the 70% because they just haven't done anything. But oh my God, how that 3-0 happens. Just persistency. We dominated the game from start to finish. We didn't panic when it was 0-0 at halftime. We were a little more direct the second half, which is perfect because, like I mentioned, we were all over the place, kind of passing the ball around and not taking those opportunities when they came our way. We did that in the second half, and we got a 3-0 result and look like we're going to cruise into a very comfortable win. I just came back here after a long time. Well, where'd you go, guy? You're missing the derby. Missed 3 goals. And they were nice goals. Hummels had a beautiful header for the last one. It was a lovely goal. Brand had a nice ball to play in. Sancho, who played in Holland, who had a nice little dink. And then Akanji had a little poacher's goal where he poked one in. But it's been a very comfortable game. I mean, Schalke did nothing in this game. Absolutely nothing. And they played a lot of the time 10, 11 guys behind the ball. Who scored? Akanji got the first one, Haaland got the second one, and then Hummels got the third one. The center-back partnering of Akanji and Hummels both come up with a goal today. And then our leading man, our striker, Erling Haaland, big performance. But yeah, it's just been easy. They've just worked the ball around this Schalke team. The Schalke team has done nothing to really get into the game. Hasn't threatened us at all. And like I said, we're bringing players off the bench who just help ease the game even further. And we've stuck to the back four formation the entire game. And I like the chemistry Hummels and Akanji are building. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to Chan now. If I know Favre, like I think I do, we're going right back to a back three just because I think he's going to want to incorporate Chan unless he decides to throw in Chan on the as a CDM maybe, because that's what Chan's natural position could be. It could be the same setup and have Chan and Witsel, Chan and Delaney, Chan and Dahoud. A lot of options. But I like the way that this 4-2-3-1 looked today. Because I just don't like playing with a 3-4-3. I just think it's an ugly formation in my opinion. But it worked well because we had the two best wingbacks in the world. But now we're missing one of them, so now a lot of the play was based around that kind of build-up with these wingbacks, and Meunier has just been a disaster for it. But I think he looked more comfortable as a right back today. I think Hummels has shown that he can play in this back four, but it's not going to mean anything until we play a big team. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen when Chan comes back, and if we're going to stick with this formation, or for the bigger games, we're gonna change it. Hi. Well, hello, how are you? Welcome to the channel if you are new to it. This is a Borussia Dortmund-based YouTube channel where we cover everything to do with Borussia Dortmund, and we're obviously in a watch-along right now, in which the boys absolutely dominated Schalke and are making their relegation a lot more inevitable. Just shot myself in the face with water. It was lovely. A little wake up I need. Oh, yeah. It was. There was times during this game where you guys mentioned it was boring, and it was. A lot of people said, "Why did it take so long for us to win the game?" And it's just because we played with the ball a lot more than we should have, just because we could. And then that boring game disappeared when we decided we wanted to put the ball in the back of the net. Had a lot of good link-up play, and the goals just came pretty naturally after that. Guerrero had a good game too. The corner kick came directly from Guerrero that Hummels put in. And then Akanji's goal came from Guerrero as well. Guerrero had a beautiful touch, little link-up play with Brandt. Which see what Brandt brings into you saw Brandt's touch there. Not everyone can do that. It was a beautiful touch to play in Guerrero, who then had a nice quick touch and then wrecked the shot off the keeper, which then Akanji poked in. So two of the goals directly came from Guerrero, who's playing as a left back, which is a very positive thing as well, that he still gets involved in the game. Even though he's not technically as involved as he wants to be. I just think it's funny that Passlack came on and Guerrero got to put up to the left attacking midfield. Probably because he's like, man, I'm bored. Do you live in the US? I do not live in the States. I live in Canada. They're neighbors. I live in a small town of about 1,000 people who don't follow football very much. But hockey is obviously the big thing here in Canada, but that's not my passion. Mine is football and following Dortmund. And now we got Producer T converted over to the footballing side as well. So it's very nice. But yeah, the growth of the channel has been awesome. It's been pretty fun being able to connect with you guys all over the world. We have viewers in every continent in the world, which is absolutely fantastic. I think it's so cool. Actually, we don't have one from Antarctica, but you know. But that's it. And there's the game. That was a huge performance. Did Royce get in? Royce did get in. Royce came on for Reina. Didn't get into the game too much, but got some fans in the crowd there celebrating with their masks on. That was just, that was a convincing 3-0 performance. Akanji with 1, Haaland with 1, and Hummels with 1. Why do Dortmund start good and start in first place and then don't win the league? Well, a lot of it comes down to the young players in the team. Dortmund's had a young team for a long time now. That one season where Bayern were just shooting themselves in the foot, led the door up to Dortmund. We had at one point, I believe, a 9, if not higher, more point lead. It just gets to you. There's a lot of young kids in this team. They haven't done this before, and Bayern's been there, done that, and they're always consistent, and they ended up biting us in the butt. So we're off to a 4-0-1 start. So, I mean, that's pretty positive if you ask me. We had that slip-up, obviously, against Augsburg, but this was a good result. I mean, we walked through Schalke. We got that 3-0 win, and that's as easy as you like. So with that, guys, we're gonna cut off of the live stream. I'm gonna be back probably within 10 or so minutes to do my 5 takeaways from the game. But overall, it's been an awesome game. So thank you all who've stuck with us through the watch along here to watch a big performance, a big derby win. I appreciate it. So until next time, guys, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.